Hi everybody, welcome back to the Soapy Cauldron. Tonight is the night that I make the very first Muggle Nonsense soap of 2020. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to make it, but I was using January and February to really build back my inventory because November and December were pretty good to me and I had a bunch of soap to make. So, with that being said, the first soap of 2020's Muggle Nonsense is going to be Baby Yoda, and if you'd like to see how I make it, then don't stop watching. Let's get started. I have my bowl of oils all melted and ready to go, and then I also have my light water solution that has been sitting and cooling to room temperature, so I'm going to pour that completely into my bucket of oils. I'm going to use my spatula, kind of scrape around in here, make sure I didn't lose any in the process, and then I'm going to give it a quick stir with my spatula to get the process started and stick blend it all together. Baby Yoda is mostly green, but then he wears a kind of tannish cloak. So we are going to go for mostly green with some tannish brown swirls mixed in to symbolize that coat. I'm gonna pour off a little bit of batter into this container so we can make that one the tan. Let's see, I want to do maybe about 2 cups. Okay, I'm going to work with this one first. In here I'm going to put some coffee colored mica. See that? Let's see. There we go. Gonna put about a half a teaspoon in here. Let's see what color that gives us. I'm also going to put some apricot seed powder to give it a little bit of exfoliation. And also to lighten up that color. Whoa. Just got it everywhere. Lovely. I think this is going to be a great color for our accent color. I'm going to move it off to the side and start on our green. For this bucket, I am using Alpine Green from Nurture Soap. I am also now affiliate with Nurture Soap, and I will leave a link in the description if you want to choose any of these colors for yourself. Alpine Green is a really pretty green that makes a type of almost forest green colored soap. It's really, really pretty and has flecks of gold in it. Okay, gonna stir this up. I like this color a lot. And then what I'm going to do is add the fragrance oil. I've used this fragrance oil before. I believe if you watched, no, I don't think I made a video on it. I made a soap with a beer that is based off of the university that I work at. And I can't remember if I made a video on it or not. If I didn't, I'll have to figure out why I didn't. But either way, I'm using that fragrance oil again, and I would totally tell you what it is, except for the fact that I'm afraid YouTube would flag the name of this soap, the name of this scent. So I'm going to pour most of it in this one, and then the rest in this. And I'm gonna stir it in by hand, and then I wanna make an in the pot swirl. So I'll pour the brown into the green. But I'm gonna stir it up first because it really slowed down Trace a lot. up our mess. Okay, I'm liking what we have. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes because I want to give this time to set up a little bit. It's very, very runny. When I'm making in the pot swirl, I want the colors to stay distinct. Therefore, we're gonna have to wait a minute or two, or three, or four. Be right back. Much thicker. So we are going to pour our brown into each corner. It's more tan than brown, but you get the idea. And I think it's going to make really pretty in the pot swirl because I'm actually going to swirl it a little bit before I pour it in. Not a lot because it's going to stir in the pot. Just like that. Okay. Into the mold it goes. It almost reminds me of those candy apple suckers that they put out for Halloween. Have y'all ever had one of those? They're my all-time favorite sucker. Not a real big candy eater, but I do love that sucker for some reason. It's just so good. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to scrape all this out with my spatula, and then every time I say that, I think of the dude, where's my car? No, and then. Anyways, I am going to come back tomorrow after I cut this, and I have the cutest stamp that Rockin' Roberts Designs made me. Well, he didn't make it for me, I'm not that special. He had it in his shop, and when he made some custom stamps for me, I went ahead and bought it because I have so many people that love Baby Yoda. I'm going to stamp it with this little stamp. I'm so excited. Okay, gotta wait 24-ish hours to come back and cut it. Okie doke, let's cut some soap. It turned a lot lighter than I expected, so I'm not sure if that's like the fragrance oil or what, but I love how earthy it looks, and I love that we added the apricot seed powder in there to give it an exfoliation. And as soon as I finish cutting all the bars, I'm going to stamp them with the Baby Yoda. So it is going to be super, super cute. Also, I don't think I told you what the fragrance notes were. I said that I wasn't going to say what the name of the fragrance oil was, but I didn't say what the fragrance notes were. So I'm going to put them on the screen right now so you can know. I love the center started to gel, so I really like the look of that. And I didn't put this on camera because I did it after I had set the soap off to the side, but I added some texture to the top. I just thought it was kind of cool. I don't know, I like texture on my soap. I don't like just such a plain, boring square bar. And that is why I did that. But I like the subtleness of the swirls. And I like how it looks like it has almost dirt in it with the apricot seed powder. I like that a lot. So just a few more bars and then we can stamp them. One more bar, and then I have 2 sample ends. Let me know, this is something that I did at a show the other day and it went over really well. If you want to be able to purchase a sample end, it's a pretty big piece. Most of them are a pretty big piece. I was selling them for $1 each, but let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in, and I can put an Etsy link for all the sample bars that I have, and then you can just add it to your cart. So let's stamp them. My Baby Yoda stamp is ready. I'm going to dip it into this mica, knock off the excess, and as best I can, let's see, place it on the soap and press gently. It's still a little soft. I don't want it to go straight into the soap. I'm just gonna press a little gently and then lift it off. And we have Baby Yoda. Yay! Okay, dip.